Hey guys, good morning. I overslept today, so we're running a little behind. Got to do some catching up. But it is breakfast with Jimmy Hens, an egg sandwich. Boy, coughing. Pretty good. Get the cholesterol flowing, get the blood flowing. Got homemade coffee. I'm starting out good, ain't I? I can't even breathe and talk. All right. So let's man. You guys are probably watching this going, are you okay, man? Um, but what are we going to talk about? The week in review, I guess. Some things that are going on, some things that are happening. And we're having breakfast. You can't beat that. I'm looking at some of the trending stories here. These stories are trending. So the first trending story is that 2020 is doing a recap with Caitlyn Jenner and confirming that she underwent final surgery in gender reassignment. Um, so I guess, I thought that she was going to be he again. I thought Caitlyn wanted to be Bruce again. Didn't I read that somewhere? I think I did. That Caitlyn wanted to be Bruce because Caitlyn found out that being a woman isn't as easy as, one, two, three. Almost forgot my salt and pepper. I took this out for you guys. So, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think all about that? So, did maybe she go to do it and it'll become Bruce again and figure out that, well, no, I'm making more money as Caitlyn. Maybe I should just continue on. What do you think? I want to hear from you guys. I talk a lot on here, and I don't really ever get to hear from you guys. So it's time to hear from you guys now on that. But Caitlyn Jenner underwent final surgery and is now Caitlyn. Fully Caitlyn. There we go. Now, if Caitlyn Jenner would have kept, she could have had a show called Kate with 8. Oh, that was that. I know. Anyway, moving on. Surgeon General asked to resign. That's right. Surgeon General Murthy has been asked to resign. Um, there's a general, I forgot his name, I just read it too, that's going to be taking the place of the Surgeon General Murthy and become the interim Surgeon General. But, Donald Trump's moving them around. Chess pieces. What do you got to think about that? What do you think about the fact that, Donald Trump has come in and made so many changes, and every president does. I get that. I mean, you have your administration, you have your cabinet, whatever. But he's really, if you oppose him, you're fired. Uh, right? Like, you can't even oppose it. I mean, I don't know. Are you allowed to oppose the president? I'm sure there's been administration members who have opposed presidents in the past, right? Am I right about that? I have to be. But boy, you oppose the Trump administration. If you're in the Trump administration, you oppose the president, you're gone, man. Like, he's like Darth Vader. Okay, who's next? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The hell. I want to know your guys' thoughts on that. What do you think about that? Should you, as an administration member of the Trump administration, be allowed to oppose President Trump? I mean, really, you are part of the Trump administration. It's not like Trump and friends, or, you know. So you're part of his administration, the president's. So should he be allowed to just get rid of you if you oppose him? I want to hear from you guys on that. And I want to hear on you know, your thoughts on how the country's going so far. I mean, we got North Korea looking at us with one eyebrow up. We've got Russia flying off our coast. And then Trump said on Easter how China was supporting us against North Korea. And Jimmy Kimmel pointed this out. That on Easter morning, Trump tweeted something about North Korea and China, and they showed the times of his tweets. And 6 minutes later, President Trump tweets, "Happy Easter, everyone." So first he tweets kind of like we're at war. Now, he didn't say we're at war, but he tweets, you know, something negative about our world situation. And then tweets, "Happy birthday," or "Happy Easter." I think he's got a little bit of going on. What do you guys think about that? Let me know. For real. All of you who watch this, let me know. So, but don't tune away. We're talking about some good stuff here. And you're going to miss out. But yeah, Trump has fired Surgeon General Murthy and moved on. Here's one from the Huffington Post. Or the Huff Post, I'm sorry. Which is the Huffington Post, right? Huff Post is the Huffington Post. But it says Ryan Reynolds has a very normal reaction to a fan's butt tattoo. Now, there's a lot of people who are fans that get tattoos of people they admire or celebrities that they like or what have you. But who gets a butt tattoo? A butt tattoo? Really? So a devoted fan it was a diehard Deadpool fan, and he posted in March, oh, here's the tattoo, which says it does say Ryan Reynolds. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. Oh, yeah, you will. It says Ryan Reynolds. So this guy posted Ryan Reynolds on his butt because he's a Deadpool fan. Oh, good Lord. And they tell you who it belongs to. It's an 18-year-old named Dustin. And as someone who's interested in pursuing acting as a career, Ryan Reynolds happens to be quite the inspiration of mine, this guy says. When Ryan Reynolds saw the Bootyful, get it? When he saw the Bootyful tribute, he reacted the way any mature person would. Ryan Reynolds tweets, "Oh God, oh dear God, what have you done? Thankfully all the letters in my name are silent." Get it? Ryan Reynolds? Are they all silent? No, I don't know. What does that mean? Maybe it's because it's on his butt. So, it's going to be censored. Unless he has his pants off. Anyway, so Ryan Reynolds says, what have you done? What the hell have you done? What do you guys think about that? What's your most, if you have a tattoo, let me know. And let me know, what is your most oddest tattoo on your body? I don't have any tattoos that I know of. But that was polite. You guys didn't see that, right? I don't have any tattoos that I know of, but I want to know from you guys, what is your most awkward tattoo on your body? Let me know. Let me know what tattoos you have. Moving on. Now, we're going to go through this last and final trending topic, which is Comey tried to shield the FBI from politics. Then he shaped an election. What does that even mean? So the day before the 2016 election, James B. Comey, the director of the FBI, summoned agents and lawyers to his conference room. They had been debating all day, and it was time for a decision. But down here they have a quote where he's talking to the FBI agents. Should you consider what you're about to do may help elect Donald Trump president? An advisor asked him. Mr. Comey recalled recently in a closed meeting with FBI agents. So do you think that the FBI shaped the election? Do you think the Russians shaped the election? Do you think Hillary Clinton shaped the election? Huh? What do you think? Let me know, guys. Come on. Don't be silent viewers. Let me know what you think about that, and who you think shaped the election. I mean, do you think the election just happened? Let's talk about that for a minute. I don't know that I've ever really talked about the election, like really. So we're going to do it real quick right here. Breakfast with Jimmy Hens. Let's talk about the election really quick. I only got a few minutes because I'm not going to keep this very long. But I want to ask you guys that. Do you think that the American people elected Donald Trump? Do you really think that it was the American people, or was it the Electoral College? And here's what I mean. Because people are saying that the American people really elected Hillary Clinton. Really. She got the majority of the votes, people are saying. I haven't done the numbers, because you know me. You guys have been following me more than 7 years now. I'm lazy. I don't research anything. I just come on here and talk. I let you guys do the homework for me. And then you comment below. But they're saying that no, the people elected Hillary Clinton. And it was the Electoral College that elected President Trump. Now, I know how it works. You don't have to give me I'll give you a 15-second lesson on how the votes count for the president. So we vote for electoral votes. Like we vote, and certain people, electors. I'm not gonna get this right in verbiage, so you guys can say whatever. But we vote. Let's take California for instance. California votes for the people vote, and there's certain electors that that get the votes, put the votes in. I'm not saying this right. So, like, you know how when you're watching the vote, the presidential campaign, you know how you're watching that in November, and it'll say like electoral votes this many, electoral votes this many, and then it says, oh, we just took Texas, or the Republicans just took Ohio, or whatever. That's not necessarily because of the people that voted. It's because of the electoral votes. So in all technicality and essence, as we vote, we're appointing electors who give us the electoral votes. Okay, I'm trying to give you the short version because I don't want to be here for 45 minutes talking about this. But and so through the electoral votes, because we voted for this person and the electors were appointed, and they get so many electoral votes in the states, so that they're saying that Hillary Clinton got more votes of people, but because President Trump got more people, like maybe the states with the most electoral votes from the Electoral College, got more electoral votes, he won. You follow me? So to sum it up, I've lost about half of you right now, haven't I? Like 80% of you are gone, I think. But I'm going to keep going. So they're saying that so Hillary Clinton got more votes in terms of people voting for Hillary, but because President Trump got more electoral votes, that's how he ended up becoming president. And I want to hear from you guys. Do you really think that that is the case, that that is how it happened and that the people didn't vote for Donald Trump? Or do you think that people are just reading into it, that President Trump did get more votes, and that's how he got more electoral votes and won? Do you follow what I'm saying? So in other words, instead of Hillary getting more votes, but President Trump getting more electoral votes, do you think that President Trump literally did get more votes? And it just happened that people are just talking out their ass? I don't know. I've lost half of you already. I'm going to come back to we were talking about the election, so I got lost in translation there. Or do you think that do you think the Russians had anything to do with President Trump becoming president? Do you think that? Do you think that the Russians had anything to do with Donald Trump getting into office? Do you think the FBI formed the election in any way, or what did they say here? Shaped the election? Do you think the FBI had something to do with it? The CIA, not the CIA, but the FBI, maybe. I don't know. And why would the FBI want Trump in more than Hillary? I mean, why would anybody want Trump in more than Hillary? I like Trump more. I know people are going to hate me for that, but I don't like Hillary Clinton because of a lot of things that came out during the election. I know there were a lot of things about Trump. I know that he's a P grabber, and or is it a V grabber? Take your choice of terms for that. The JJ. Is he a JJ grabber? I know that he's that, and that he's very hard on immigration, and so was Obama. You can't say Obama was not hard on immigration, because President Obama also was talking about getting rid of illegal immigrants. That he did say it, and I saw the video clip on YouTube. But they're saying that all these negative things about Donald Trump. But what about Hillary? What about the Benghazi incident, leaving our soldiers over there? There are some very questionable things. And when Hillary and her husband were in office, she was first lady, he was president. There were some very questionable things that happened and that occurred. That as I had to weigh, I voted for Trump, by the way, but as I had to weigh it, you never really vote for the good guy when you vote for U.S. president. You never really do. Let me sum this up. This is the end of my breakfast with Jimmy Hens. I'm going to sum this up this way. You never really vote. This has been a weird breakfast, by the way. Weird conversation. If you guys are still with me, God bless you. But let me sum it up this way, that you never really vote for the best person to be president. And what I'm saying is, you never really vote for the good guy. You never vote for somebody that's going to be a great president. He's a good president. Here's what you vote for. You vote for the lesser of two evils. You really do. Because every time I've seen presidents come, there are a lot of questionable things about the candidates. There are a lot of things that the candidates have done that are questionable. There are a lot of things negative about candidates, hence your mudslinging during the commercials and so forth during the presidential campaign. And so you just have to look, after you've looked at all the negative things of your two candidates, Democrat and Republican, because you always know it's either going to be a Republican or a Democrat that becomes president. It's very rare that we're going to have a libertarian or some independent party. It's always going to be Democrat or Republican, in my opinion. So you look at all the negatives of your Democrat and your Republican, and then after you've taken all the negatives, you step aside after you've listed them and you look at the positives. And whoever has more positives and less negatives is the person you usually vote for. Usually. I think that's how the presidential campaign or the election should go, is that you're going to look at who has the least negatives. I think I said less a minute ago. The least negatives and the most positives. The least negatives, most positives, that's who you're going to vote for to become president. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican does not matter. You can vote cross-party because you don't want to say, well, I'm a Republican and I'm going to vote for this Republican candidate. He has the most negatives and the least positives. Why are you voting for him? He's evil. Vote for the other evil guy that has the least negatives and the most positives. There you go. Speaking of which, and because let's take an example. A lot of people were upset with Bush, George G.W., being president, but I'm going to end it with this. G.W. may not have been a great president, but he did two major things that I will always respect. One is when the mothers of soldiers killed in the Middle East would come to the White House to visit the president. Many staffers have witnessed, or not, well, spoken and witnessed, testified, let's say that the mothers would come out with George Bush and both of them, the president and the mother, would be wiping their eyes with Kleenex and crying over the loss of a child, a son or daughter. I don't think Obama ever invited any parent to the White House of any veteran soldier, sailor, or Marine killed in action in the Middle East or airman. But G.W. Bush did. They said he invited many, many mothers to that White House and came out of the office crying with them over their son or daughter. The second thing that George Bush did that I really appreciate was that when the Twin Towers got hit, 9/11, when 9/11 occurred, George Bush got up there, put his arm around those firemen and said, we're going to the Middle East and we're kicking Taliban ass. And he did. He kicked Al-Qaeda's ass. He put his foot up in the ass of every Taliban member and broke it off at the kneecap. And what is that? Oh, I know that. I know the president doesn't run the country. But I still liked Bush for two things. One, that he cried with the mothers of those soldiers. And two, he went there and kicked ass and said, that was Ronald Reaganish, by the way. That was Reaganish. You mess with the U.S., you're going to die like the rest. You know what I mean? He went and kicked their ass and said, don't mess with the United States because we'll mess back. Obama hasn't really done that. Obama's kind of been like, oh, we're polite, we're Americans, how you doing, buddy? And now Donald Trump is saying, you mess with us, we're going to kick your ass and put you on the bus. This is the real Jimmy Hens. I've had breakfast with you guys. I will be back next Saturday to have more breakfast with you. But don't forget, things happen during the week and I capture it. The real Jimmy Hens. I'll see you guys next week for breakfast.